When Princess Charlotte stepped up to sing at the Christmas service, no one knew what to expect. But as her voice echoed through the cathedral, the world stopped. Her sweet, pure singing left everyone mesmerised. Touching hearts across the globe, the youngest member of the royal family had just done something none of us could have predicted. Captured the world's attention with a talent we never knew she had. It wasn't just another royal Christmas service. Every year, the British royal family gathers at Sandringham for the Christmas Day church service, an event that is broadcast around the world. The royals' appearances are always highly anticipated. But this year, something extraordinary happened that no one could have expected. Among the carefully orchestrated events, royal traditions, and ceremonial duties, it was Princess Charlotte who stole the show quietly, humbly, and with one simple act. The young princess, only 8 years old, took part in the service's choir, and to everyone's surprise sang. But what truly stunned viewers were the power of her voice as Charlotte stood alongside her family. Her delicate yet powerful voice filled the room. The moment she began singing, it was clear that there was something incredibly special about her. It wasn't just her impeccable pitch or her natural rhythm. It was the emotion in her voice. There was a depth to her singing, a maturity that belied her young age, and it struck everyone in attendance. And watching at home, her performance was part of the annual Christmas service, which is a major royal tradition every year. The royals gather at the Church of St Mary Magdalene in Sandringham for a service of worship and celebration. The public is invited to join in, and the royals' attendance is always a moment of great significance this year. However, something was different. Princess Charlotte's performance was in many ways the highlight of the service as she sang with the choir. Her voice stood out perfectly, blending with the other children's voices, but also shining through with a clarity that captivated listeners. The song she sang was a Christmas carol, something familiar and comforting. But Charlotte's delivery made it feel brand new. Watching her sing with such focus and passion, it was clear that she wasn't just going through the motions, she was fully engaged, deeply invested in the music. There is something uniquely moving about seeing a child perform with such authenticity. And Charlotte's performance was a testament to her natural talent and poise. It's not often that we see the younger royals take centre stage like this, and it was clear that Princess Charlotte had inherited more than just her mother's elegance and poise. She also seemed to have a natural musicality that could take her anywhere she wanted to go. This moment had everyone talking. The world saw the future of the royal family in a different light. Charlotte wasn't just the cute camera-ready daughter of Prince William and Catherine. She was emerging as a talented, poised, and genuinely remarkable young girl, capable of captivating the world with something as simple and pure as a song. But it wasn't just the quality of her voice that stunned fans. It was also the way she carried herself despite the attention from the cameras, despite the weight of royal tradition hanging over her every move. Charlotte remained calm and composed, focused entirely on the music for a child her age. It was almost surreal to watch someone so young perform with such maturity and confidence. It was easy to forget watching her perform that this is a girl who is still just a child, someone who has only just begun to understand the role she will one day play in the royal family. And yet in this moment, she felt like she belonged on that stage, singing in front of thousands of people and millions more watching from home. Her effortless grace, her beautiful voice, and her genuine love for the music were a reminder that while royal titles and duties come with a great deal of responsibility, they can also allow for moments of pure joy and self-expression. Of course, the reaction was immediate. Fans and royal watchers flooded social media with admiration and praise. It was as though the world had discovered a hidden talent. People who had only seen Charlotte as the young royal daughter of Prince William and Catherine now saw her as a future star, someone who could very well carve out her own path outside of the royal spotlight. In that moment, she was not just a member of the royal family. She was an artist in her own right. For those who have followed Charlotte's journey, this moment of singing came as no surprise. Over the years, we've watched her grow from a shy, small child into someone with a natural sense of confidence. Whether it's seen in her playful interactions with her brother, Prince George, or her poised appearances at public events. Charlotte has been quietly showing us that she's more than just another royal. She's a person with her own unique qualities. And her voice, it turns out, is one of them. But what makes this performance even more remarkable is Princess Charlotte was born at 8:34 a.m. on the 2nd of May 2015, weighing 8 thobs 3 o's. The birth took place at St Mary's Hospital in London. As Charlotte was delivered relatively quickly, the couple left the Lindo wing in the late afternoon, just hours after Kate had given birth. Since her birth, Princess Charlotte has developed her own independent streak and can often be seen looking after her brothers, whether it's reminding Prince George to bow at their late grandmother's funeral or just keeping an eye on her rambunctious younger brother. Charlotte's mother-hen attitude even extends to her mother, and during Kate's appearance at last year's Trooping the Colour, which was her first public appearance since her cancer diagnosis, Charlotte made sure to look after her. Royal author Ingrid Seward said, "I think that Charlotte is really taking care of her mum. It was quite sweet the way she stood in front of her, and they kept chatting." Charlotte seems to be very full of admiration for her mother, which I think is a lovely thing too. She added, "Kate and Charlotte are great friends, and I think to Kate their bond is very precious." The mother-daughter relationship is obviously particularly important to Kate because she has such a close relationship with her own mother, Carol Middleton. During the announcement of the birth of Princess Charlotte in 2015, the former royal aide said that Kate and William had informed him of their daughter very early on, even earlier than a few of their family members. But 2 hours before the palace was ready to announce the exciting news to the rest of the public, it was leaked, and Jason realised he had to have dropped the press release papers somewhere on the street. As reported by Daily Mail, it had essential information such as time of birth and how much little Charlotte weighed. "We weren't going to announce it for another couple hours and I had this piece of paper to go write this press release," he recalled. "I'm still out there with hundreds of journalists trying to have a game face, and then I couldn't find the piece of paper, and I think I had dropped it somewhere on the street. Miraculously, it seemed like no one got their hands on it. If they did, it didn't make it to the media." Jason now stated, "We managed to get through, but not announce it. But somewhere on that street the entire was a piece of paper that said there had been a little princess born, what time and how much she weighed. It was one of those things, like heart in mouth until we got to the announcement and I got through it. I never found it, and neither did any of the media though. So that's all that really mattered." While attending a charity event with her parents, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Charlotte was asked about her favourite activities. With a playful grin, she shared, "I love being outside and playing with my friends. It's so much fun to run around." Her genuine and heartfelt response resonated deeply with the audience, highlighting her desire for a normal childhood despite her royal responsibilities. Charlotte didn't shy away from discussing the challenges of her unique position. When asked about royal life, she admitted, "Sometimes it feels like there are too many rules." Her honesty drew laughter and admiration from the crowd, shedding light on the pressures of growing up in the public eye. This candid moment underscored her relatability and the universal joys and struggles of childhood. Charlotte's openness has sparked renewed discussions about the changing image of the royal family. As younger royals step into the spotlight, their authentic personalities bring a fresh and relatable dimension to the monarchy. Charlotte's approachable and down-to-earth demeanour not only endears her to the public, but also reflects a shift toward a more modern royal identity. Princess Charlotte's delightful candour serves as a reminder that even within the structured world of royalty, there's room for individuality and fun. The context Princess Charlotte has been raised in a family that values public service and tradition, but this was a moment that allowed her to step into the spotlight in her own way. She wasn't just fulfilling a royal duty by attending the service, she was sharing something deeply personal and heartfelt with the world. In a family known for its duty and decorum, Charlotte's singing reminded us of the human side of the royal family. The sincerity and her voice spoke volumes. And it's a side of Charlotte that we hadn't really seen before. As the song came to a close, there was a collective moment of silence for a brief second. Everyone in the church and everyone watching at home was transfixed. It wasn't just the perfect notes or the sweet sound of a child's voice that left an impact. It was the undeniable emotion that Charlotte poured into the performance. It was a rare glimpse into the soul of a young royal who, despite all the expectations that come with her title, is still just a child at heart, expressing herself in the most authentic way possible. After the performance, the Att family's proud smiles were all we needed to know how much this moment meant to them. Prince William and Catherine looked at Charlotte with such admiration, and even though this was a public event, it was clear they were moved by what they had just witnessed for them. This wasn't just a moment of royal duty, it was a moment of pure joy. Watching their daughter shine in a way they hadn't expected. The world's reaction to Charlotte's singing was over. Social media was flooded with praise, and fans couldn't stop talking about how her voice had left them in tears. It was as if, for a brief moment, the entire world had shared in something special and personal. Princess Charlotte had, without even meaning to, brought people together with her talent, her poise, and her heart. Now, as the holiday season fades and the world moves on, there's one question that lingers. What's next for Princess Charlotte? Will we see more of her talent in the future? Will she pursue music as she gets older? Or is this simply a beautiful moment in her childhood, something she'll look back on with fondness as she continues to grow into the role she was born into? The possibilities seem endless, and the world is waiting to see what Charlotte will do next. As we reflect on Princess Charlotte's unforgettable performance, it's clear that she's not just a royal. We're witnessing the birth of a star. Will this Christmas service be the first of many moments where Charlotte wows us with her voice? Will she continue to share her talent with the world? The future is wide open, and for Princess Charlotte, the sky the limit. What we saw on Christmas Day was just the beginning, and we can't wait to see what she does next.